Well, good evening everybody out there on YouTube. This is Sparky Mike. Welcome to the Ol'skool Reefer channel. Thought I'd give a tour tonight and show the chiller upgrade downstairs in the downstairs sump area of the reef tank. Lots of new leaves with the acquisition of the Tuna Sun Kessel 360X. Everybody's really happy. This is a 40-gallon, almost cube, by the way. Hand belt stand and canopy. Alright, downstairs and on to the more important news. Hi, Spunkin. Such a boy. Yes, you are. Well, over the week that I've had to nurse a broken chiller and the last 4 days without any chiller at all, I have learned several things, I guess, tricks to keep your tank cool. Just in general, I guess, to save yourself electricity so your chiller isn't running full time. Or most of the time I've noticed that if I keep this area 65 to 68 degrees, or even 65 or lower, I don't even have to run the chillers, or the chiller doesn't run. Also, if you do your sizing comparisons and on the chillers, you'll realize that some chillers are a lot more efficient than others. This new chiller here is actually almost equivalent to a 1-horse that I had on this unit. If I was to go with a less efficient chiller, I would probably need a 3/4 horse, or going with this Aqua Logic chiller, which seems to be pretty efficient. It seems to only run about every 2.5 hours to 3.5 hours during their night cycle. So it's doing very well. I'm happy with my installation. I ended up mounting it sideways so it could breathe, because if I actually mounted it vertical to the wall, I had to be 1 foot off of the wall back here, which actually would have made it stick out about 4 or 5 more inches. So to save space, we did a diagonal, or not diagonal, but horizontal installation, I guess, or perpendicular to my equipment. Also lowered the table from my calcium reactor, made it a lot easier to work on. So here is the system as it sits now with a new chiller. I'm actually really happy with it. So put the lens on for viewing these guys tonight. So anyways, my chiller is rated for 275 to 500 gallons. I went with a little bit of overkill. I didn't need to go with a 3/4 chiller, let alone a 1-horse chiller, especially if you buy an efficient one. With the cost of this chiller here, there's only about $500 difference between that and a less efficient, cheaper made 1-horse chiller. So and the aquatic life fixture that I modified, there it is. Cables aren't all tied down nice and neat or anything, but my ATO system, my call closer mixer, of course my mixing barrel, and the actual sump barrel. So there is my newly improved system with a new chiller. I ended up opting for the flow switch, which is actually out behind, and that shuts off, well, if it detects no water flow, then it doesn't let the chiller run, and of course it won't freeze up. So newly improved. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs up, subscribe, comments and questions gladly accepted. Take care, have a great night. Happy reefing.